I got one word for you. FIFA. I like FIFA. Hey, what's up folks? It's Bret, and this is one of the weirdest, coolest blasters of 2025. Let's unbox it first, and let me show you what it's all about. The FIFA. There is so much going on with this box. This man in particular is the one who is going to save Nerf. He's going to save Hasbro. FIFA is here to save the day. Now this is by a company called, well, we look at the Amazon listing, it's called, yeah. For anyone who has any doubt in their mind, no, this is not by Hasbro, this is not a Nerf product, this is not the foretold FIFA and Nerf collaboration, misspelled of course FEFA. It's not exactly the Captain America shield-esque blaster. It does something that's a little bit more out there, which is why I picked it up today for $25. Good grief, that is a little pricey, so there's a lot for it to live up to in this relatively small box, but for a quick second, can we still admire the wonders of this box? Shoot Power Ring. Experience the fun of shooting. I always will. Also, maybe this is called a power ring? Oh, wait, no. Maybe it's called a bracelet gun. Or is that the brand? 8+ age, 360 rotational launch bracelet gun. All right, the back gives us a little bit of a better look at the thing itself. You once again can experience the fun of shooting, and you can enjoy the excitement and charm of the soft bullet gun journey. Install, load, launch, bullet firing. All right, you've waited long enough. Handle. I don't think the box said how many darts you get, but it looks like we get 50. Wait, these heads are actually not super hard. I'm impressed. Here's a quick comparison of a Nerf Elite dart, Dart Zone Waffle, X-Shot Standard, and this thing. Actually pretty similar, so yes, it should be cross-compatible. And here, the Frisbee itself, the FIFA. That is actually slightly elevated. This is like painted on. I actually kind of like that effect. Also, the FIFA logo just keeps cracking me up. I love this so much. Hasbro, be nice. Don't go after this company. They don't mean you harm. All of these other pieces seem to just be there because so extra. I mean, this is your priming handle on the back, but these all just are for extra, for show. And if it's not obvious by the pull handle in the back, this arrow is where you will fire from, though the dart is kind of obscured by that arrow. You're not gonna be able to see that when you're firing. Well, as the instructions say, we've got to install the handle, which goes like that. Good. So operation of this thing is going to be pretty simple. Pull back, it rotates. Oh, it automatically goes back too, which is nice, and then you push one of these buttons to fire. Nice clang. Air restrictors, we don't believe in those. Actually, every barrel is open. This can fire half darts. Yes, in stock form. Finally, a company that embraces future. We will go ahead and load it with the included darts, just to be fair, to start off. I do kind of like how vibrant these orange heads are on the darts, and they do match with the blaster, so well done. Now, obviously, it takes a bit of time to load this. It is every slot you gotta load by hand, but that means it's really easy to top this up on the fly, which is good if you just need 1 or 2 darts to put in there. You don't gotta take out a magazine. And that was 25 darts, in case it didn't explicitly say. I don't think it actually did. 24 darts. Sorry, I have 6 left over. Which means they give you enough to double your darts plus 2. That is really fun. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. Does it have slam fire? No, it does not have slam fire. I cannot seem to rotate it back on my own. It is going to forcefully go to the next one, so that dart that I missed, I am going to have to just keep cycling through. Okay, that is easy enough though. You can just cycle through really easily, but you cannot manually force this rotation mech. You will probably break it, so a little bit more control, but that means that the dart is very nicely lined up. You won't have to worry about this skipping based off of your priming. All right, just to prove it, cross compatibility. Oops, That was me. I tried to slam fire again. Yeah, you gotta be forceful with this, which can be a little bit awkward when the ring is like on your arm. Like, you know, if you're, oh, it's not gonna rotate right now because I'm preventing it from rotating. And as you can see on the barrel itself, there's not gonna be a good seal. There's like 1, 2, 3 on each side where the air can escape. So a bit of work if you really wanna refine this system. Yes, let's confirm the theory. So there are some half darts in, but you do gotta ramrod with your pinky just to make sure they go all the way back. Excellent. Unfortunately, it's a little too loose to hold a second one in front. Oh, and look at that. If you hit those 2 little orange buttons on the handle, you can remove this, which makes it a little bit easier for storage. And because the button is on both sides, that means you can either use this right or left-handed and just fire it really easily with your thumb. That said, you will have to prime the back every time with your offhand, which if it's using another one is not really an offhand, so maybe dual wielding is not ideal for this. Let me just answer something real quick out of curiosity. Nope. Nope. All right, we are not N-Series or Ultra Dart compatible. But I gotta say, the FIFA Shoot Power Ring bracelet gun is making me smile. I unironically really like this thing. The quality feels totally fine. I mean, the plastic isn't anything to write home about, but it feels sturdy, it feels solid when you operate it as intended, it works. You can, of course, get a little caught up if you, again, jam it with your arm, and you just gotta make sure you go all the way back and then release. I know the ranges and the performance isn't that great. You know, ranges are going to be like 40 feet, 50 feet at an angle, but it's just fun. I'm sure there's some mod potential with it too, but I can definitely see the use for this kind of blaster, be it just like around the house. It's easy to top up, which just darts off the ground. HVZ, if I dare say, this would be a great HVZ blaster because it's one-handed. You just have a pouch full of darts and you can just have a good, goofy time. I look at something like this and I really wonder why Nerf hasn't done this exact thing. They've obviously done, as I mentioned, various Captain America-esque shield blasters, and there's a lot of knockoff versions of that nowadays too. And there are a lot of like handheld blasters that they do still make, a lot of those being like Marvel tie-ins, and they're single shot blasters, and this is actually something better because it just rotates through this entire exposed cylinder, bracelet gun, whatever you want to call it. Rotating mechanism. The Ghoul Grinder comes to mind. They did something that was kind of like that. What was that, 10 darts and the thing was massive? Yeah, I guess it's nice when the thing isn't too terribly big. It's the size of my head. This porcupine sea urchin thing. I can certainly nitpick that the handle feels a bit more flimsy, and there's certainly some hollowed out parts, like underneath you can see the top shell is not like, you know, super thick, but then, you know, most companies have taken the easy road or the cheapening out road recently, so is that even an insult? This still does feel pretty good, and the handle, you know, what you hold on to feels really solid, so I'm not worried about that going anywhere. So I guess the real question you gotta ask yourself is whether this is worth $25 or whatever price you can find it online. I don't know if this has shown up anywhere else under like a different name and a not FIFA logo. I have not gotten to the bottom of where that comes from. For the price, you get this fun little scarab, you get 50 darts. It might be worth it to you, it might not be. It's not electronic, no batteries required. It's just handheld fun. And sure, if we have to compare it to something else that I've talked about recently that is handheld fun or wrist mountable fun, the Skibbity Toilet Plunger Blaster is $20, and that's a single shot. And it comes with 4 plunger darts. I would pick this over that almost any day of the week. And this one still got the really bad Photoshop images on the Amazon listing. I love them so much. They're so bad. You're telling me we're gonna be playing where? Probably can't even play regular FIFA out there. So those are my thoughts on this thing. Leave your best interpretations in the comments section down below if you have a better name than the ones they've plastered all over the box or the actual listing. I'd love to hear them because I don't think I've heard an agreed upon name for this other than it's just the FIFA blaster. It's plastered on the front, but does that really accurately describe it? I don't think so. I hope whatever company is responsible for this makes more blasters because I'm into this and I think you might be as well. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and until next time, I'm gonna play some FIFA. Darts don't fall out either, FYI. Whoop, 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 whoop.